Well. It is officially 3 o'clock Eastern Time. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear, and this is the Sunday video update. Today's date is Sunday, January 14th, 2024. Joining me off camera is my dad. You can see him waving over there, kind of. And Amy, her hand is going to maybe, possibly, here. There's her hand waving, so y'all can see it. So let's move this, whatever it is, out of the way because it's a distraction in my camera frame. Let's see, what else do we got hiding over here? Bunch of shit. But anyway, welcome to the Sunday video update. Hope you've all been doing well. You might hear the dogs growling in the background because they're playing, and Dad should have known to give them the toy or to let them go like that, knowing that I was going to be going live here at 3 o'clock. Chat logs are open, which, by the way, I had a nice laugh prior to going live because someone by the name of Chewing Off My Toenail, this is funny. I don't know. I don't mind people coming in and saying stuff like what this person is saying. They're just trying to be funny, trying to lighten the moment, trying to lighten the mood a little bit. They came into my chat log and they said, sometimes when life gets too hard, I'll stare off at the wall before I decide to raise my foot to my mouth and start chewing off my toenails. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. To each their own, I guess. So I have a contortionist in chat. Very cool. And of course, Amy says hello. So to talk about the week in review, we just got over a big winter storm. We haven't had a lot of snow here in Michigan lately. We didn't have a white Christmas. And it's actually nice to see some snow, although it's really frigid cold outside and our water pipes have frozen, which means that we have no running water. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to improvise and probably melt some snow on the stove and let it dissolve into water and then go from there. I've done it like that before, and I'll do it again if need be. But anyway, other than the winter storm we had, let's talk about that a little bit. I think we got maybe 6 inches here, 6 or 7 inches of snow. 7.5, Dad says. I know some places up north, northern Michigan, they had blizzard warnings, and they had about 15, 16 inches of snow. So they're really going to be shoveling out, especially along the Lake Huron shoreline, the counties along Lake Huron, which would be Iosco and Alcona, and I think Ogemaw. Well, Ogemaw County would be back a little ways from Lake Huron, but they had blizzard warnings up there the other day. And yeah, so they're really shoveling out and trying to clear paths through the snow. There were some power outages as a result of the winter storm. I know some friends of mine who live in the next town over called Oakley. They had some power outages over there. There was a down wire at the Little Bar. There's the Little Bar and then the old Family Tavern, which caught fire, by the way. Little Bar is still open, but Oakley, the town Oakley, had lost power, and I think the power outage was a result of the down wire at Little Bar. But I think they have power restored over in Oakley now. What I'll do is, for my local friends who are Consumers Energy customers, what I'll do is I will post a link in chat. For it'll take you right to the outage map of the area. So let me go find that. Consumers Energy outage map. I just go to my history and it'll tell me. So right here, I will post a link to the outage map in chat for my local friends watching this. So that way you can stay abreast of the updated information and find out where all the outages are. So That should be in chat now. Maybe. I don't know if it, let's see here. It should appear in chat. If anybody else is in chat, chewing off my toenail. I don't know if that person's still in chat, but I do know that Amy just said she signed out, so she won't be able to see it. But I did put a link to the outage map for Consumers Energy for those of you, my local friends who have Consumers Energy, and you'd like to know when power will be restored. All of that information, including the map of where all the outages are, will be in that link. So I hope that that helps. I hope that went through, and I hope it's usable, at least shareable. Because usually, if there's my dad. So usually, if I post a link in chat, it will it'll go through with no issue. And you'll be able to click on it. I don't know if you're able to click on it or not. But anyway, so how was your week, Dad? Same. Cold. Yeah, it's cold outside today. It's really cold. We're expecting a deep freeze. We had a wind chill advisory or a wind no, not it wasn't a wind advisory. I think it was a wind chill advisory or something to that effect anyway, because the wind chills are really dangerously cold. All right, Barkley, Luna, or I mean Scruffy. I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Just took my glasses off. But yeah, so the wind chills are dangerously cold outside, and which resulted in our pipes freezing. Other than that, though, other than the winter storm and the frigid cold, it's actually been a pretty good week. No issues with people, no, nothing like that. So it's been quiet, which I appreciate and I like. I like there to be less drama in my life and less noise and less obnoxious behavior from people. Although I think that those person in chat chewing off my toenail, that's funny. I don't have a problem with people coming in and saying stuff like that. Just kind of, because it's funny. And it makes me laugh. But if you're going to come and chat being a dick and saying, things that are meant to be pejoratives or, just as Amy pointed out, being inappropriate, then your ass is history. But I don't mind people coming in saying, "Oh yeah, I get bored and chew off my toenail." Well, cool. Uh, Gross, but cool, I guess. uh, yeah, if it's true, we don't know if that's the case. Yeah, or if they really and truly do chew off their toenails. Yeah. Have you ever heard of a thing called fingernail clippers? That would be the alternative, or a nail file, so you don't have to clip them. It's funny, but we're doing okay. We're hanging in there, and someone on the phone. I was I made my chili last night, and I was standing in. Well, after I got done making it, and my chili, by the way, is off the fucking hook. If I don't mind saying so myself, my chili is really good. But after I got done making my chili, everybody started to eat. My brother and his girlfriend and Dad and Amy and myself. We all gathered around and got some food. But anyway, she Crystal was telling my brother and I about how she was tongue tied, and I said, "Well, was it a sailor's knot on your tongue?" And everybody started laughing because I know what being tongue tied means. I know what it means, but it was funny nonetheless, just to joke around and to kind of try to lift each other's spirits. And it does. It breaks the ice of all the stress that actually would otherwise be taking over. Yesterday we were supposed to have went to an SCW event in Owasso, but our buddy, the Mighty Sabbath, had to reschedule. He's got to reschedule and find out where he's going to have the show because the owners of the Masonic Lodge have sold the building. And so now he has to figure out where he's going to have the show. So if you're someone who is going to attend the SCW event and you have tickets for the January 13th show, keep your tickets because those tickets are still valid for the next show. Yeah. Okay, so he's trying to get it at the same place, according to Dad. He's trying to get it at the Masonic Lodge, but he's got to talk to the owners. So even if he has to reschedule, maybe there will be, the same event at the same building. I will, if the event is out like weeks or months later, I will be sure to let everybody know here, my local friends, in my Sunday video update. And we can go from there. But yeah, if you had tickets for yesterday's show that we were supposed to attend on the 13th, keep your tickets because those tickets are still good. They're still valid for the next show. And this coming Friday, we are going to the Shrine Circus in Saginaw. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. And I think I found a fourth person that I'm going to be taking. My buddy Reese, maybe. I don't know yet, depending on how he feels. And yeah, that's what I just said. Depending how he feels, which pertains to if he's not sick. And depending on if he doesn't have any other plans. So we'll just have to wait and see how things shake out with that. Yeah, I'm live. Yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see how things shake out with that. But maybe perhaps Reese will be going with us to the Shrine Circus. I'm looking forward to it. A friend of mine had gotten tickets and she said she's going to be joining us. She said she's going to be joining us or at least going to the event. Because it seems to me no matter where I sit, she always wants to sit with me. Which I think is I mean, it's fine. I don't mind it, but it's like, okay. And that 1 year, you guys remember the 1 year we went to the circus and a couple of women were there because they knew I was going to be there. It's like, okay, you knew I was going to be there, so you got tickets. I mean, it's not to say that they were there specifically for me, but they knew that I was going to be there and they had to find a reason to go, which it's whatever. I mean, I don't think I'm all that or anything, but they knew I was going to be there. And I think they had gotten the tickets just by their demeanor and the way they were acting with me and talking with me and trying to, I think they were there specifically because they knew I was going to be there. I didn't know I rubbed off on women like that. But that's, and sure, you can take your kids to the circus. I mean, people of all ages go to the circus, but I knew right then and there, like because after the show, they actually, I remember they messaged me by saying, well, yeah, it was so great to see you at the circus the other night. And I was happy to see you. And it's like, okay, were you there for me or were you there for the circus? Because I go for the circus. I don't go for the women. Yeah. Well, no, they approached me. They approached me at the circus. Yeah. That's why and that's why I say, I think that's why they went in the first place because they knew I was going to be there. And it's like, well, I don't go to see the women. I go to see the circus. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay, that's better. But yeah, it's like I don't mind that you want to see me, but I'm here to see the circus. I'm here to see the show. I don't come here to meet women. But I guess I'm irresistible like that, guys. I didn't know it either. Yeah, Dad, I don't know if you guys heard him in the background, but Dad says us Fullers are attractive motherfuckers anyway. Uh, uh,
Even if it's just your butt they're looking at.
yeah. I mean, I did a video. I started releasing a string of open thought videos where you can see my face and hear my voice at the same time, as opposed to daily rants where you just hear my voice. And of course, the weekly Sunday video update. I had dropped a video on why I never had kids, and I had given the reasons, or at least outlined the reasons as to why I never had children. The big reason, not so much because of my cancer treatment, may have obliterated my chances of reproduction, but the bigger reason, because I'd never found the one to settle down with and have children. And amazingly enough, these women, whom of which met me at the circus a few years back, I think it was after COVID, they were there specifically to meet me, and I know they were there just to see me, because they had kind of made it obvious in their demeanor, and then they contact me a messenger after the event. But they've already got kids, and the one has grandchildren now. And it's like, well, I'm not ready to be a dad, let alone a grandfather. I'm not looking to be someone's grandpa or someone's daddy. I don't want a ready-made family. Uh, but and I mean, some guys, they don't mind it, but I do. I don't want that kind of responsibility. They're not my kids. I don't want to be saddled with that responsibility. And it sounds mean. It sounds mean and cruel, depending on how you look at it, because, well, Jared, it's not their fault. They didn't ask to be born, blah, 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 blah. I know all that. I know the jargon that people like to use. They try to put the guilt trip on people because, especially single dads, because they don't want to take on the responsibility of caring for somebody else's kids. I get it. But, I mean, there's a reason. I mean, there's a reason that the father's not in the kid's life. I mean, if the father passed away, obviously there's nothing that can be done after that. But like if you fell out of love with the guy, or if things didn't work out, you couldn't find a way to compromise and to meet each other in the middle and try to work things out. Um, that's not on me. I mean, that's something that you got to work out with the father of your children. Um, and you have to take responsibility for who you choose to have kids with. And I think that's a big one. Um, I didn't make these kids. I shouldn't have to support them. But that's just me, and it sounds prickish, but I just well, that's what I'm saying. You have people, if you're paying attention, Dad. I just said the extenuating circumstances where not so much that they passed away, but maybe things didn't work out. Maybe the guy was a total piece of shit. Um, maybe they fell out of love and the father has joint custody of the kids, or whatever that situation's about. If I get with a woman who has kids, then I have to deal with the baby daddy, and then I got to put up with him thinking that I'm trying to take his place and blah, 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 blah. And it's just a fucking mess that I don't want to deal with. So it's like, I'm happy being single. The less stress, the better. Um, you know, I I'm not saying I wouldn't be a good father if I had kids, but it's just not responsibility that I want in my life. I'm happy being single. I'm happy being child free or childless or whatever the fucking term is. I'm happy just doing my own thing and just being by myself in that regard. Um, that's why even when Dad and Amy, when they go out and do something like, or even my brothers and their girlfriends, when they all want to go out and have like a couples night or whatever, and then they want to invite me, it's like, no, 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 no. I'm a third wheel. I want to be left by myself. And then Dad subconsciously starts feeling guilty for leaving me out of something. And it's like, don't feel bad about leaving me out of this. This is a couples thing. If I ever get a girlfriend, which I highly doubt that's going to happen, but if I ever do, then maybe the woman and I will join in. But as it stands currently, I am single and I don't want to be a third wheel. That's why I stay out. Until I go to the Shrine Circus. Yeah, then I might find a woman. No. No. No, no monkeys. No. But that's the thing. I mean, I like being by myself because I'm more flexible to do what I want. I live kind of a, I don't want to say carefree, but I get to do what I want when I want pretty much. And I'm not saddled with the responsibility of caring for children and relationship stuff because I am someone who really and truly needs his alone time. And anybody in this house will tell you I like my alone time. I appreciate being by myself. That's why I go for joyrides or say for example, Dad and Amy, they have plans to go somewhere. Leave me to the house. I love having this house to myself. I love it. Don't feel guilty for not including me. I will be fine. I promise you I am rejoicing having the time to myself. I go to my bedroom. That's another spot where I have my, just time to myself. I like being alone. I've always been that way, even when I was a kid. Um, I posted pictures some time ago on Facebook. It was a class picture from 1989 when I was at the Head Start program over in Marion Springs, and I'm standing off like this with my hands up under my chin because I don't want to be around these other fucking kids. And you're telling me I have to have a picture taken with these assholes? No, I want to be over here, just like this, standing like this, because I don't want to be around these fucking people. I didn't like kids when I was a kid. Um, it's I now that it's not that I don't like kids that I'm old, now that I'm older, of course, I mean, they're kids. You got to treat them with respect and you got to be nice to them and you got to, you know, treat kids as kids. But when I was a kid, I fucking didn't like kids at all. What's that, Amy? What? What? Oh, you weren't talking to me. She's on the phone. But when I was a kid, I just didn't want to be around other kids. Now that I'm older, yeah, I mean, kids don't bother me, but in very short spurts. I can't be around children constantly. Could you imagine me being a parent? I couldn't handle being around children 24 hours a day, especially kids that aren't mine. I would be super annoyed super fast. Um, but anyway, well, and I was in a relationship with somebody, and I decided that I just didn't want to be in a relationship anymore. We had nothing in common. And I do wish her well. I don't know if she watches these videos, but I do wish her well. And we can still remain friends. I don't have a problem with remaining friends, but there were issues, extenuating issues as to why I decided to call it quits with the girl because I don't need that in my life right now.
Problems added to yours.
Yeah, I'm still, I mean, I'm still grieving over my mom being gone. Dad and I talked about this yesterday. I'm still in the grieving process. I still cry for my mom. I still think about the times we had. I miss her like crazy. And it seems like I'm drowning in grief. It's like it never goes away. Yeah. Well, she died in my hands and I can't get that image out of my head. And it's like with grandpa, we found him on the kitchen floor and that doesn't leave. But especially my mom because I don't want to think that it's real, but I have to accept that it's real. I know that it's real because it happened in front of me. And I thought that seeing my parents or a parent lying in a casket would have been further down the line. I thought that my mom would have lived to at least be in her octogenarian ages, not 61. That's young. And my dad, he's currently 65. I keep a close watch on him all the time. And I help him with the bills and stuff. But with my mom, it just, I knew she was sick. I knew her time was coming. And she knew her time was coming. I guess I was hoping for something that I knew would never happen. That mom would pull out of it and she would be healed and that she would have beat cancer and she would have gotten on with her life. I thought she
Into remission.
I thought she would have been the anomaly. In other words, I thought she would have been out of all my grandma's kids. I thought she would have been the one to live on and live the longest out of all the kids. Because my grandma had 17 children and mom was the very last of 17 kids. Uh, I thought mom would have lived on beyond, her 60s. And she was 61 for 16 days. That's it, 16 days. And then she died. Um, I struggle with losing mom. And this is going to be the first Mother's Day coming up without her. And that's going to devastate the shit out of me. And there's nothing I can do. And her birthday, the first birthday coming up in October, she would have been 62 on October 3rd. And it's going to be really, really hard. It's going to be hard. And
Well, as we'll say, first birthday without her.
yeah, October 3rd. It'll be the first birthday without her, but I'm talking Mother's Day. It's going to be the first Mother's Day without her. And a lot of the firsts are going to come up and they're going to be difficult. And I know I take to Facebook a lot of the time and I kind of spill my emotions out in Facebook posts because it's like, yeah, I'm not doing this for attention, but I write it in my journal and it sticks with me. It stays with me. But if I vent it on my Facebook, it kind of helps to, because now people know. Now it's not just me, it's other people. They know how I feel. And it kind of helps. And I think that's why people vent publicly.
Yeah, you got your journals.
I just said that.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear.
I just said that. What, people not listening today? No, I have my journals and I vent there, but only I know what I write. Whereas on Facebook, my public platform, and here on YouTube, I kind of vent my thoughts. And it helps because now other people know and I'm not keeping it bottled inside. And maybe someone out there who's been through a similar situation may be able to relate or give some tips or some helpful hints or ideas or advice on how to cope. Because just venting to myself is really, I mean, that's just venting to myself. I know how I feel about situations. Yeah, leave God out of it. I don't care about what your God thinks. But I care about what you think as an individual, but keep your religious garbage out of this conversation. Anybody who's watching this, I don't believe in that stuff. Keep it out. I mean, if you look at my Facebook, it should be obvious. It should be at least painfully obvious that I'm not religious because I don't never I never talk about God in my posts. Or if I do, I say God damn, like swearing. But I don't. I leave religion and politics out of my Facebook and even here on YouTube. Some people, I mean, eventually I might drop a video where I talk about why I don't believe in God. I used to believe in that, but now I don't. Break my train of thought, will ya? But I might drop a video eventually talking about, why I relinquished my religious beliefs. But I haven't yet. I might. But in any event, I when I talk to people about that, about losing my mom, and um, they I draw the line when you want to introduce your religious beliefs and tell me that she's with Jesus and all that. That's where the conversation's going to stop because I don't care. I don't care what you think. I only care about what's true. And being with Jesus, you can't prove that. You can't demonstrate that to be the case. Nobody can. And so when you want to introduce God and Jesus into the conversation, that's when the conversation with you is going to stop. That's where it ends. Because I don't care. At that point, I just don't care. But I do think about the times that mom and I had together, and I miss her. I miss her a lot. And Facebook, it kind of helps, because I also have Messenger. I also have Messenger where I can reach out to friends privately and say, well, or I even have friends checking on me saying, well, hey, Jared, how, just wanting to see how you're doing, checking on you and see how you're doing and how you're coping with Ma being gone, which I appreciate that. But the minute you start talking about God and Jesus, I'm not interested anymore. I don't want to talk to you after that because I don't give a fuck. Um, but in any event, I think I made my point. And it's I don't know if my brother would agree with me on this, but I thought Christmas was going to be one of those devastating, like I can't make it through the day kind of holidays. And it actually went better than I thought. It actually went more gingerly, no pun intended, than I could have ever imagined. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It actually went pretty good. And I think the reason for that is because we were keeping each other going. Like I was preparing the food. We were joking around, making each other laugh. Dad was joking, I was joking with Dad. We were all keeping each other going so we weren't concentrated on that one big thing, that the big thing that was missing out of our lives.
She's having fun playing in the
They
snow.
I swear they do this deliberately when they know that I'm in the middle of a live stream. They do this shit on purpose.
Yeah, my dog likes to play in the freaking snow along with little Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we got to let the dogs out. I don't want any messes in the house, but I think they do this deliberately. Like they know when I'm live on YouTube. The whole world can see this. The whole world is going to know. Because this is a live stream. It's on a public platform. You can see it from anywhere in the world. Here we are. But I think the dogs do it on purpose. I think secretly they want to be seen and heard in the world. They want to be famous. Isn't that right, Bart? Huh, Barky? There's Barks for you. Huh? Okay, yeah, you can go ahead. That's okay. I'm trying to think of what else to talk about because I pretty much covered a few things what I wanted to talk about.
I've been doing pretty good myself.
You're doing all right?
Still having issues with the death of my mom.
Yeah, with death of your mom. That's what I'm saying. The death of a parent is not easy. It's just not easy.
Knowing that her birthday's coming up October 3rd,
Yeah,
and it's just like I can't get her nothing, and I can't even tell her happy birthday.
right. It's just like with my mom. Her birthday. Yeah, my mom's birthday is October 3rd. I can't wish her a happy birthday.
We used to have Christmas dinners,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinners.
Yeah, like Mother's Day, I can't call mom to say happy Mother's Day, Mama, I love you, and can't do it anymore.
And my mom's been gone since
It's
2022.
yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
So it's been a couple years, but still.
But Christmas, I was just shocked. Christmas actually went better than I thought it was going to. It wasn't depressing. I mean, it was, the undergirding, the undercurrent. Yes, the depression. Yeah, I mean, it was sad. I mean, of course, it was sad on the layer underneath was sad because we knew what the holiday was and we knew how much it would remind us of what we don't have and who we don't have. But
Oh yeah.
we got through it.
We also lost Sadie.
Oh yeah, the dog Sadie. Yeah, we lost our cat Baby Boy just recently too. He was. I wish I knew what happened. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. He was like he wasn't walking straight, and he lost a lot of weight. He looked malnourished, and we fed him. Yeah, he was really malnourished, and we fed him. Yeah, I
The mice, when they eat wild mice like that, it gives them a lot of worms and stuff. And that's why
wild mice.
sick. Mice, captured mice.
Yeah,
They all got worms out there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He had the worms as bad as he did.
Maybe he was eating.
Couldn't do nothing about it. We tried fixing it, everything, and it didn't work.
So too many wild mice then maybe eating too many mice. Yeah. Yeah. I felt bad. I mean, I didn't. The thing is, if you capture a mouse and release it, they're just going to come back. I just assume kill them and just be done with them and feed them, get rid of them so they can't come back. But I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad. He was a good cat. I mean, but it's weird how that went. Like he was fine one day, he was fine, and then he was just next day or a couple days after, he was malnourished. He looked malnourished, and we fed him every day, and he just got sick. He couldn't walk straight, and he died. So I mean, I feel bad about that. Jay says, "I'm not. Fuck that. You're crazy, Dad." Yeah, no shit. No shit. But see now, see, as long when we get along like that, it's fun. I think it would be fine having my brother and my Sunday video updates with me. Sometimes it would be even my brother Wayne. Yeah, well, there's certain things you can say and can't say, but you can't. Of course, you can't. Yeah, I mean, well, no, you can't. You can't tell jokes that are like off like really bad. Um, but other than that, I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. You just got to watch what you say because this is my live stream and my channel's been up since 2015. So next year will be 10 years that I've had this YouTube channel. May 27th of 2015 is when I launched this channel, and I'm still going, man. I put a lot of my life out there. And I still haven't been in jail. No warrants. Knock on wood. I haven't been in jail, haven't been in prison, don't have warrants, don't even have a parking ticket, a speeding ticket.
And you haven't been in Facebook jail or YouTube jail?
Well, Facebook jail is. I haven't been laid yet this year. Well, it's still early. This is only January. This is the Monday of the year. I still got the rest of the year. But no, people who come to this channel know that I'm very outspoken about individuals and situations and things like that, which I'm not going to stop. I mean, once upon a time, I actually had Dad tell me, "Hey, enough, just leave it alone," because I get so carried away talking about old problems and rehashing old shit over and over and over again. But there is a reason why I did it. And it's just to demonstrate over and over and over and over again that hey, I'm still here. And if anything that they ever said about me was true, I wouldn't be sitting here. So, and that was the point, and it will always be the point. That it's easy to huh? What? See, I never know if you're talking to me or talking to the dog or talking to the wall. He says, hold on to him for a minute. See, I
Put him on chain now. Go ahead, just put him on chain. Go ahead. Wait a minute.
See, I never know who Dad's talking to. I don't know if he's talking to the dogs or talking to me or talking to my brother, talking to Amy, talking to the wall. I never know who he's talking to.
He's fine. Just let him go. Let him go. Go on. Go potty. Okay.
So when Dad or Amy, when they talk, I don't know if they're talking to me or if they're talking to someone on the phone or if they're talking to someone else off camera. And I'm like, huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? What'd you say? Huh? What? Because I'm not focused on them. I'm focused on the audience watching the live stream. But these are fun.
Luna.
Come on, Luna. Come on out, Luna. Yeah, talking to my dog, Luna. Come on out, Luna. Okay, there she is. But the live streams are fun. I mean, I've had this channel, like I said, for nearly 10 years. And I put a lot of content out there. I talk about individuals and situations that I've been involved in and some controversial, but not a lot. Like I don't talk a lot about controversial things like I don't know, like abortion. I probably only briefly mentioned it, I think, in a Sunday video. I haven't actually made an entire video based on my thoughts or my position on that kind of thing. And political stuff, I just don't give a fuck about politics or political figures at all. I'm not even a registered voter in the state of Michigan anymore. I canceled my voter registration. I'm good with that. I don't need that. But I mainly use this channel just as a reflection of me and my life. And I don't tell people to, hey, come to my channel. Well, actually, I can't say that. I can't say that. I have done that.
Right, boy. Come on, boy.
But anyway, I keep this channel mainly, because it's my channel. I make it, I share my thoughts or I share bits and pieces of my life to people who may be watching. So okay, dogs, that's enough. See how many minutes I got left of the live stream. When I'm not being distracted by dogs, I usually just talk about the week in review. So actually, I got a little over 15 minutes left to kill, but that's okay. I don't mind some distraction from the dog. Well, I've been trying to encourage my brother to start his own YouTube channel. He hasn't done it yet. Yeah, but see, the more haters, you know what haters translates to? Fans. If they hate you so much, they'll subscribe to you. The more subscribers, hey, you can monetize your channel. My channel's not monetized, and I got all kinds of haters subscribed to me. And I love to keep the haters entertained because they try to use things against me later. And everything I talk about, whether it be a Sunday video update, a daily rant, or one of my open thought video things that I'm started to do, I'm very careful and calculated in my thoughts prior to sharing them with the world. So they have nothing to use against me other than, oh, Jared is an atheist. I didn't know Jared was an atheist. He don't believe in God. Yeah, I don't. And so fucking what? Who cares? You do. I don't. Who cares? But after, I've had this channel for almost 10 years, and I've had to learn how to be very crafty and careful and calculated with the things I say because they can use it against me. But I think for you, I mean, you said you got a lot of haters out there, dude. Your haters are your haters are your motivators. Yeah, they're drinking the haterade, is what they say. Well, all the cool kids say they drink the haterade. That that would be reason enough to start a YouTube channel. Well, yeah, but I mean, I he did, I didn't. Um, it's it's people who, like I said, if they don't like you, they'll love to hate you. They'll subscribe to your channel, and you can actually set it to where they can't leave comments on the videos. They can't even comment in a live stream. Like, I allow the live stream because I want for the trolls to show me, to demonstrate to me just enough how much of trolls that they actually are, so I can tell them to fuck off and ban them from my channel. See, and that's fun. It's fun. It's therapeutic for me. It keeps me coming back every week. But I haven't had any issues. I don't know if you heard this or not, but someone in my chat, my chat log, the YouTube channel is called Chewing Off My Toenail. Did you hear that? Yeah, chewing off my toenail. And they're just being funny. I know they're not. I don't know if they're serious or not, but I laughed. So sometimes when life gets too hard, I'll stare off at the wall before I decide to raise my foot to my mouth and start chewing off my toenails. See, I don't have a problem with that. That's funny. It, I, yeah, yeah, they're not coming in here acting like douche nozzles. I mean, yeah, if you okay, so that are you a contortionist? I mean, if you can chew off your toenails, which is gross, but if you have that kind of flexibility in your bones and your joints to be chewing off your own fucking toenails, uh, more power to you. Um, yeah, it's just when you spit the nails out, make sure you don't have food on your stove. You don't want the nails to go flying airborne into your food. Yeah, okay, that's me being gross now, but I mean, I don't have a problem with that. If they wanna come in and be goofy, that's fine. They can say things that are, sometimes in life, when life gets too hard, I'll just sit back and stare at the wall, and I think I'll chew off my toenails, you know? That's I don't have a problem with that. I don't chew off my own toenails. I'm not that flexible. I think just the thought of that, I can hear bones cracking. Ew. Ugh. Ugh. Dad says, "I got some toenails they can chew off." Ugh. No, I would not let anybody chew off my toenails. No. Oh, that's nasty. That's gross. But I think, like I said, I don't have a problem with this chewing off my toenail in chat. It's funny. They coming in, trying to make things funny, trying to lighten the moment. Um, and as my brother pointed out, they got a sense of humor. They're controlling themselves and they're being funny, and I don't have a problem with it. There's a tree down on Baldwin Road, Franchi and Rockwell. That's quite a stretch. Fordney and Rockwell's, and oh well, yeah. After Fordney would be 52. Um, ooh, that's not good. And and if you do decide, I'm not saying you will, but if you do decide to start your own YouTube channel, I'll give you some pointers. Like, don't give your location or your like. Well, you can say, "Oh, I live in Michigan," or yeah. Just don't give them this location. I'm okay with that. Don't give them this location because even I don't give my actual physical address. You know. Well, I'm from Chesnang. I mean, Yeah, I'm from Chesaning, Michigan. I think everybody knows. I mean, if you look at my Facebook, it'll say I'm from Chesaning, Michigan. That you don't have a physical address, although you can look for that information. It's the day and age of the internet. Anybody can find anything about you. But I don't voluntarily give that information out personally, not myself. But man, I think you love having a YouTube channel. I think you would absolutely fucking love having YouTube. Oh, that'd be fun though. That'd be great. Well, get you a good working cell phone, and hell, I'll even set it up for you on the computer. All you got, and I'll show you how to upload videos to the channel. Fucking A.
You ain't gonna get off you until you say yes.
You so
Jay.
you can subscribe to me. I'll subscribe to you. Hell yeah. What? Yeah, but I mean, hey, I've been uploading videos to my channel using my cell phone, my iPhone. I've been dropping a series of videos talking about why I never had kids and blah blah blah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think you would have a blast with YouTube. I think you would absolutely love YouTube. It probably would. You can voice your opinions on things, you know.
I've only went live once, and that was when I found that dog out on 13 dead for over a month in the same spot. And I ended up bringing him home to bury him because I was pissed off.
Yeah.
I told everybody how I thought.
Yeah.
Big dog, too. Beautiful.
See, and that's where YouTube would be actually, that would be nice because you could actually voice your opinions about the treatment of animals.
Out there on the corner of 13 and Gary Road, how much of pieces of shit they were because they left that dog out
Yep.
there and would not find the owner.
Right. And see,
They found
that's
the house.
that's where YouTube would come in handy for you. You know, you can voice your concerns and opinions about the treatment of animals and how much of pieces of shit people are for leaving animals for dead on the side of the road because there's a lot of assholes out there who do it. Yeah, they hit your animal, they hit your dog or your cat and don't have the heart or the temerity to stop to let you know.
Then when you do stop, people get mad at you because they're drinking.
Yeah, that and what Amy's referring to. Amy had a Dodge Neon once upon a time that I drove the piss out of, and we were coming home from Oakley one night. I think it was on Dad's birthday. I think it was on Dad's birthday because we were at Little Bar. We left Little Bar, and I'm coming down 52. I'm almost to 57. For those of you familiar with Oakley and Chesaning area, I was almost to M57. I was going north on 52. And I didn't see this dog. I mean, and it was a gorgeous dog. I didn't see it until I got right up to it. I'm doing 55 miles an hour, you know, and I couldn't stop in time. And I hit the brake, you know, by the time I hit the brake, it was too late. And so I went back up to the person's house and I told him, hey, man, I just hit your dog on accident. He was drinking and he was a prick to his dog, started hitting the dog. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Your dog has been injured. And Jay's like, man, you don't have to fucking beat on your dog. What are you thinking? And the dog ultimately ended up dying. And I told Dad I never want to drive again. I killed somebody's dog. But then as time went on, I realized that it wasn't my fault because you live on a highway, you have high volumes of traffic daily. And you shouldn't be drinking first off, and letting your dog run loose. And yeah, no, it wasn't even on. The electric fence or electric collar wasn't even on. And they were drinking. So it was his fault for being neglectful in caring for his dog. And you know, I mean, I felt bad, of course. You know, I've had dogs hit by cars, cats hit by cars. But they don't have the temerity to stop and say, hey, I'm sorry I hit your dog. Whereas I did. And it freaked me out because I've never hit somebody's dog before, you know, and I felt terrible. And so we stopped. I went and told the guy, and he was more pissed at his dog than I was expecting him to be mad at me for hitting his dog. But yeah, he was drunk. and he was beating on the dog, which I think is bullshit. And someone should beat on him for that. Although I don't encourage violence, but hey, don't beat on a fucking dog. It's right, but it's the idea that when you live on a busy road where the volume of traffic is high, you have semis and just the traffic is frequent. Tie up your dogs, especially but especially living on a highway. Tie up your dogs. I mean, I think tying up your dogs might be the better alternative to or doing something to prevent your dog from running out into the road. I can understand if you're out in the boonies and you live on a back road and you let your dogs run, okay. Right. But when you live on a highway where you have semis and trucks and cars and you have all kinds of traffic constantly, nonstop, and you neglect to make sure that your dog doesn't go into the fucking road, that's on you. And it had taken me a while to accept the fact that, hey, it wasn't really my fault. We got 5 minutes. See, time flies when you're having so much fun. But in any event, that we're kind of getting off track here, but I think Jay would be thrilled to have a YouTube channel. I'm gonna try to talk you into it. I'm gonna convince you one way or the other, brother. And people who, you see Jay's got a YouTube channel? Yeah, fucker. I have a YouTube channel. Listen to what I have to say. And if you don't like it, fuck off. Or as Jay said, eat a bag of dicks. Yeah, I think you would like it. I mean, you might like it a little too much, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it doesn't even have to be like opinion videos. You can upload videos of working on cars or playing with the dogs or whatever. Whatever, as long as you're not crossing the lines and violating the community guidelines that YouTube has set in place, which there are, and they're very strict about that. But I even tell Amy, because Amy had even considered starting a YouTube channel to talk about things going on in her life, and I encourage it. I encourage you, if you want to start your own YouTube channel, go for it. There's people who, there's been people who talk about me on their YouTube channels. I've had that happen before. And I don't have a problem with it as long as you're not slandering or defaming or saying things about me that aren't true. Then I don't care what you say about me, because you have the right to do it. But what's that? You're too hateful and too gangster? Nah. I think you got love in your heart. I think you do.
Yeah, you don't know about
Deep down, I think you do. I see it. I've seen it on more than one occasion. It's just with some people, you gotta show them who's boss, or you gotta show them I'm not gonna take your shit, and that's that. You gotta put your foot down with people. Yeah, they yep, they betray you.
my family can be the same way.
Yeah. Like how you got you're gonna call the paper. You're gonna call the paper. We're down to the last minute, by the way, of the Sunday video update. Dad, any final thoughts? You're gonna call the newspaper office. That can't be your final thought for the day.
Everybody be safe out there. If you're in Michigan, stay off the roads because they're getting kind of bad. Stay warm.
Yeah, the roads were trash last night.
Love one another, but there's other assholes out there that don't give a rat's ass.
Amy, how about you?
Peace out. Be safe.
Jay, you have anything you want to say? Anything you want to add?
Not right now because he said his mind going 50 miles.
I'm making him think. I want to start a YouTube channel.
trying to keep my composure. Motherfucker, you know who you are.
Well, it's
Yeah, but then I'm bringing fucking Tom West and Predators on the next.
oh, that situation. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I really want to deal with that, but people tell me he's a bigger person. Let it ride for a while. Karma's a bitch.
Right. That's true.
Behave. I don't need to go back to something stupid. Nope.
But anyway, it is officially 4:00. My name is Jared Fuller, aka the Jared Bear. I might be back next week, depending on if everybody in the room would be down for another Sunday video update, considering how we're, if we have power and how we're feeling because of the weather being frigid cold. What's that, Dad?
I'm happy the way things are going here. Everybody's got their arms open and shit. I'm glad.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. But I think I've inspired. I'm creating a monster. I'm rubbing off on my older brother. I think he's gonna start a YouTube channel. I really think he's going to, because I can see the smoke coming out of your fucking ears. You're considering this shit. I can see it. Something's burning. I can smell the burn. You know, you're really considering. You want you know you want to. You know you want to. And I'll help you. I'll help you set it up.
If she got anything to say, she'll say it.
Yeah. You know. But we are past the 4:00 hour. I gotta get going. You guys have a great week. And I might be back next week. I haven't decided yet, but oh, and you know, I was here for the whole hour and I didn't show off my sweatshirt, my Beatles A Hard Day's Night. That is John, Paul, George, and Ringo on my heart. Right here on my heart. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. You all have a great week. And no mail delivery tomorrow, by the way. I think it's Martin Luther King Day. Tomorrow's a holiday. But we are out of here. We are out of here. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk to you soon, maybe next week. So take care and bye-bye. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
Scruffy? No, he ain't gonna say anything. Bye. See ya.